Have you ever found an old tube of hair dye hidden at the back of the bathroom cabinet or on the shelf in the salon and wondered, can I still use this hair color? Or maybe you have questioned if hair dye expiration dates really matter at all. These tutorials will cover everything you need to know about if hair color really expires, as well as trend tests to compare expired hair colors, bleach powders, and developers against new in-date salon products. And we are not talking about random drugstore colors either. We will be testing professional brands like L'Oreal Majirel, Schwarzkopf Igora Royale, along with expired Wella Bleach and L'Oreal INOA developers. Honestly, you are likely to be shocked by the results. So stay tuned and find out what we discovered in our experiment series. By the end of this tutorial, you'll exactly know what's safe, what's risky, and what you should never use on your hair. Make sure you stay tuned because I'll also show you the biggest warning sign that your hair dye or bleach has gone bad. All of these products featured in today's tutorials are linked in the description below and are available from cosmeticworld.ca, with international shipping available so we can reach you in your salon or directly at your home. I'm Celine, pro stylist at Cosmetic World in North America, here to guide you through common questions in the hair care and hair coloring world. Today we're tackling one of the most searched questions on Google right now. Does hair dye expire? The short answer is yes. Hair dye absolutely can expire. The real question is, what actually happens when it expires? Does it stop working completely? Can it damage your hair? Will the color turn patchy? Will bleach stop lifting? Or can you sometimes still get away with using it? We will be covering all of these questions throughout the video. The truth about expired hair color is clearly a little more complicated than people initially think. Before we begin, let's quickly run through our YouTube disclaimer. Cosmetic World's tutorials are for educational purposes only and should not be treated as professional advice. Always seek professional help when necessary and book consultations with a professional hairstylist for specific guidance for your needs. The products used in this video are for professional use only. Now let's get back to the video. So why does hair dye expire in the first place? Well, professional hair color contains chemical ingredients that slowly break down over time. And there are several important things happening inside the formula as product age. First, pigment breakdown. The color pigments inside the tube can slowly degrade. This means the color may become weaker, uneven, and less vibrant. So instead of getting the rich tone you expected, you may end up with something patchy or faded, which is not what you want. Second, oxidation. Over time, air exposure can slowly affect the formulation inside the tube or bottle. This is especially true if products were not sealed properly or were stored in warmer environments. These environmental factors can affect the consistency, performance, color accuracy of hair color. Third, developer losing strength. Another thing to keep in mind is that developer also expires. This is a really important point that people often forget. Developer contains hydrogen peroxide, and over time, peroxide becomes weaker and less effective than it was at first. So even if your hair color itself still looks okay, an expired developer may prevent proper lift or deposit, which could lead to undesirable result. Fourth, bleach becoming unstable. Bleach powder can also degrade over time, especially if moisture gets inside the container. When bleach expires, you may notice clumping, inconsistent texture, slower lifting, weaker processing, or unpredictable results. Okay, before using any old hair color or bleach, there are some major warning signs you should always check for, because sometimes the expiration date is not the only issue. Even products that technically haven't expired yet can go bad if they were stored improperly. So here's what to look for. Warning sign 1, separation. If the color inside the tube looks separated, oily, watery, or inconsistent, that's a bad sign. Professional color should usually look smooth and consistent. Warning sign 2, a strange smell. If the product smells unusually strong, sour, metallic, or unpleasant compared to normal, do not risk it and dispose of the bottle or tube. Warning sign 3, swollen tubes or packaging. If tubes look puffy or swollen, this may indicate chemical instability. That is definitely not something you want to use on your hair. Warning sign 4, crystallization or clumps. With bleach powder especially, clumping can indicate moisture contamination. Inconsistent bleach consistency can lead to uneven lifting. Warning sign 5, developer changes. If your developer becomes watery, separated, or unusually thick, it may no longer process correctly and give undesirable results. Now that we know what warning signs to look for, let's move on to actual experiment because this is where things get really interesting. And if you want more professional hair tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe and follow us on our social media channels. So here's exactly how we're testing everything today. We'll be doing side-by-side strand tests using expired versus in-date professional hair color, fresh versus expired bleach powder, as well as expired versus fresh developer to give you a comprehensive overview of the key differences. We will be testing on a small patch of hair for each experiment. We always recommend strand tests when using any hair color bleach, or developer so you can see if you are happy with the result before doing a full application. In our series of tests, we will be comparing the lift, tone, color vibrancy, processing speed, consistency, and the overall performance, as well as our professional assessment of each result. The professional hair color lines we will be testing today are Schwarzkopf, Igora and L'Oreal Majirel, two of the most popular salon color lines in the world. Here we have one expired color and one in-date color from each brand to compare, using in-date developer. For bleach powder, we will be using an in-date Wella lightener with an expired one, with an in-date developer. For the developer comparison, we will be testing same INOA hair color shade with an expired and in-date developer to show any differences that could potentially occur. Honestly, one of these expired colors performed much better than I expected. Other tests were, well, less successful. So let's begin with Schwarzkopf Igora first because the results were very surprising. In order to carry out the experiment successfully, you will need some professional tools. We stock a large range of salon-grade tools at cosmeticworld.ca. You will need a professional weighing scale, protective gloves, mixing bowls, tint brushes, stirring whisk, measuring cups, sectioning clips, and a hair detangling brush. Schwarzkopf Igora is a professional permanent hair coloring system trusted by salon professionals around the world for its vibrant results and very reliable gray coverage. We will be mixing two identical hair colors together, which is a 7-4 medium blonde beige. One will be a fresh in-date tube and the other one will be a tube of the same color that expires only a few years ago. This will allow us to see what potential differences there might be shown by the results. In our test, we will use the same Igora Oil Developer 6% or 20 volume, which is the industry standard for gray coverage. The hair color and developer mix at a 1:1 ratio, so let's move on to that next. Weigh out 60 grams of developer to go into your first bowl, and then repeat this process and add developer to your second bowl. Make sure you're wearing protective gloves when handling these products. Now, add your 60 grams of in-date 7-4 Igora hair color to your first bowl, being sure to get out of every last piece of color. Then, repeat this with the 7-4 expired hair color to your second bowl. This is important to keep track of which hair color is in which bowl, and we have simplified this by using different color bowls for each. Now, make sure you stir mixture until a creamy consistency, free of any lumps. We then use our sectioning clips to assist us during the coloring process, readjusting them as necessary too. We are now going to apply the in-date fresh hair color mixture from our black bowl onto the mannequin wig. We will be applying our color to a section of hair that is closest to the forehead. Once we have completed this area, we will move on to applying our expired hair color mix to the area next to this, which will allow us to compare them side by side to assess the differences. We will also be following the same side-by-side format in all of our tests shown in this video. Use your tint brush to transfer the color mixture onto the hair. Run your fingers through the hair to ensure that the hair strands are fully saturated. Continue the same process with your expired hair color mixture in an area that is adjacent to your first color application. Continue again until the hair is fully saturated in the expired hair color mixture. Igora typically needs 30 to 45 minutes to process. We will allow for 40 minutes of processing in our application. We will ensure that both hair color applications get exactly the same amount of processing time to make the results consistent. Then we will wash both color applications of the hair before drying the hair and then giving our thoughts on the outcome from our test. As you can see from the results of our test comparing Igora 7-4 shade, fresh tube on the left and expired on the right, what is amazing is that the results are almost identical. We would have expected more variation between the two color deposits, given the differences in age of the tubes we use. They both look really vivid, with a lot of depth in the tone, a high level of shine, and a strong deposit of color overall for both. It will be interesting to see what happens in the other tests we carry out in this tutorial. Now let's move on to our second color test, this time using L'Oreal Majirel Permanent Hair Color System. This time, there is a wider age gap of around 8 years difference between the in-date product and the expired color, which should in theory give us some really interesting results. We will be comparing a fresh in-date 4.45 with a 4.4 expired tube, both of which are copper brown shades, which should leave us a stunning finish on our mannequin. The mixing ratio for hair color for developer for L'Oreal Majirel is 1:1.5, which is slightly different to Schwarzkopf Igora that mixes 1:1 ratio. We will be mixing Moon Beauty's 20 volume organic enzyme processor, which is available from cosmeticworld.ca. Our new in-date hair color is a 60 ml tube, so to maintain 1 to 1.5 ratio, we will therefore need 90 ml of developer. For our expired hair color, which is 50 ml and slightly smaller, we will only need 75 ml of developer to maintain our 1 to 1.5 ratio. As you can see from dispensing the hair color into the bowls, the expired color requires more effort to squeeze out into the bowl. Now, make sure you stir each mixture until creamy consistency. What's interesting is how much thicker the expired Majirel color is compared to the in-date tube. It is much harder to break down and will require more effort to mix with the developer. Potential differences in ingredients, storage environments, and packaging could have caused this, as well as the product being expired. After some efforts, the two mixtures are ready to be applied to their hair. So let's move on to that now, following the same method as the last time. Again, we will start with our in-date mixture and apply this closest to the forehead, before applying the expired color directly next to it. We will allow 35 minutes to process each color application. This means that our first application will be washed off slightly before the second, to ensure that they both get exactly the same amount of development time to consistency. As you can see from the results of our test comparing the in-date hair color versus expired, the results are really surprising, especially as there is an even bigger age gap between the two tubes here than there was with the Igora colors. Yet, both applications still show really strong depth and vibrancy, with the in-date tube giving a slightly lighter deposit than the expired shade. There is a richness and shine shown by both sides, with an even saturation and no patchiness at all. Now, let's move on to our developer comparison using L'Oreal INOA Ammonia-Free Permanent Hair Color System. We will be using the same hair color, an in-date 7.8 Mocha Blonde color, with a fresh and expired 30 volume developer. This is where things are going to get really interesting, as the out-of-date developer has been expired for more than 10 years, so it will be interesting to see if it can still deposit the color. INOA mixes at 1:1 ratio of color to developer, and the mixed 30 grams of fresh developer into the first bowl and 30 grams of expired developer into our second. So given that we have 60 grams of color, we will dispense 30 grams into our black bowl and 30 grams into our second bowl. The ingredients of each developer are inherently different, given that the new developer is creamy and the expired one is a gel consistency. As we start to mix each bowl, it is clear to see that our fresh developer has much creamier consistency, whereas our expired developer is much more watery and inconsistent. It will be interesting to see how this affects the overall outcome. Again, we will follow our application method from previous tests, with the in-date mixture applied from the black bowl on one side and the expired mixture from the gold bowl on the opposite side to give us a direct comparison. Each application will get 35 minutes of processing time before we wash the color off and dry the hair. It is really clear from the result that the expired developer has not worked well at all and failed to deposit the color effectively, whilst the in-date developer gives strong, vivid results. The expired developer is ineffective with an uneven tone and patchy results, which is understandable given its age. This is an example why using an expired developer is not often the best option, especially one which has been expired for a considerable amount of time. Finally, let's see what happens when we compare an in-date Wella Blonder with an expired Wella Color Perfect Light Bleach Powder over 15 years since it expired. First off, it's clear to see that the powder of our expired bleach feels much drier and clumpier in comparison to the fine quality of the Wella Blonder. In the same way as when testing the Majirel colors, we will be using Moon Beauty Organic Enzyme Developer, but this time it will be stronger, 30 volume processor. We will also be applying our bleach lightener test to the Majirel deposit we did earlier, to give us a good sense of lift potential each mixture can deliver. We would typically use foil for developing bleach lighteners in the salon, but for speed we will omit them from this test. Again, we will start with our in-date blonder lightener and apply this closest to the forehead before applying the expired bleach mixture directly next to it. We will allow 45 minutes to process each application. This means that our first application will be washed off slightly before the second, to ensure that they both get exactly the same amount of development time for consistent results. As you can see from our test, the expired bleach powder was completely ineffective at lightening the hair. The color pigment looks pretty much the same as it did after it dyed with the Majirel color, compared to the Wella Blonder, which lifted the hair considerably. To achieve the precise result using Wella Blonder, you would need to foil the hair correctly. Please be aware this was a very simple test and not a professional color service. The expired bleach and developers we showed in today's test were ineffective and failed to lift or deposit color at all, given that in both cases the products has been expired for quite a long time. This may not be the case with more recently expired products, but always ensure that you patch test first on a small strand of hair before full application of any hair coloring product in date or otherwise. As a professional hairstylist, here's my recommendation. If a product is only slightly expired, still smells normal, looks normal, mixes properly, and has been stored well, you might get away with using it for smaller, non-critical situations, as long as you patch test first before doing the full application. For blonding, gray coverage, color correction, important events, salon services, or major color transformation, I would strongly recommend using fresh product always. Fresh products give you the best chance of predictable lift, accurate tone, consistent deposit, and safer overall performance, which is non-negotiable for client work. To wrap up this tutorial, let's remind ourselves of our checklist dealing with expired hair colors, bleaches, and developers. Can expired hair dye damage your hair? Expired dye may not always directly damage hair by itself, but unpredictable processing and uneven chemical performance can absolutely create unwanted results. Does an open hair dye expire? Yes, even an open hair color eventually degrades over time. Can expired developers still work? Sometimes partially, but weaker peroxide often means weaker lift and inconsistent color processing. Can expired bleach still lighten hair? Possibly. As today's test showed, performance may become slower, weaker, patchier, and inconsistent. How should you store hair color properly? Store your products in cool, dry areas, away from heat, away from humidity, and always seal products properly after use. If you ever used expired hair dye before, I want to know. What happened? Did it work? Did it fail? Or did it completely surprise you? Comment below as we would love to hear about your experiences. So hopefully this tutorial helped answer the question, does hair dye expire? As we saw today, yes, it absolutely does. Some expired products may still partially work. Overall, the result becomes less reliable, less predictable, and potentially riskier over time, especially with bleach, developer, permanent color, and corrective work. If you want more professional hair tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe and follow us on our social media channels. All products featured in today's tutorial are available from cosmeticworld.ca with international shipping available. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.